Okay, so here we go. I'm going to try to do this in one shot, but I may have to do this in little pieces. So I'm going to make a sheet metal part, and I'm going to show you how to put things together with tabs. So I'm going to start a sketch, and my first piece is going to come here, and I don't really know how big it'll be, but I'll do something like maybe 18 inches tall, 1.5 wide, and then 1.5 by 18. And I'll do the same thing coming back down the other way. 18 by 1.5. And this is just to give you the idea of what's going on. I'll trim these little pieces away so that you've there. And then I'm going to do one other thing. I'm going to put little tabs on here. So I'm going to just put a little spot for the tab to sit. Okay, and so I'm just gonna cut a little piece out. I'll make it about 0.125 by 3 long. And I'm gonna do another tab over here, 0.125 by 3 long. And I'm gonna trim away this little part. Oh, can't do that. Let's see. I don't know why I'm not able to get rid of that. Oh, it just takes a few tries. There's something there that's not liking what I'm doing. Oh, remove the dimension. Can't have my dimension on there because it's overdoing it. There we go. Well, got one of those right. There we go. So it was there. I don't know. There. So that was a little bit odd, but that's what I want to do. I want to make two little cutouts where I'm going to put my tab later on. Okay. And if I really want to get good, I'm going to put two little circles on each one of those. And you'll see why in just a minute. And I'm going to trim some stuff away. So I'm making this little shape here that I can work with later on. There we go. And I'll finish up my trimming. There we go. And now I can make that my main face. When I'm in sheet metal, I want to make a face out of this. Well, I don't know what the heck is going on here. open loop there of some sort. How can there be an open loop there? Telling me I have some sort of an open loop. I don't usually have this many problems when I'm there we go. So something was off there. And now I've got a flat piece. Now to put a tab on there, I'm going to have a tab coming out towards me. It's called a flange. And I just want to put that little, that's what I'm looking for. Right there. See how that's putting a little flange on there? I'm going to put one on there too. That's what I'm looking at doing. And now on that, of course, I can find kind of the center of that. I can put a point there for a hole. I can do the same thing over here. And then I can use, I think there's a hole command. Here it is right here. So each of those, and 1/4 inch is fine. It needs to be a little bit bigger than a 1/4 inch for a 1/4 inch bolt to go through. So I'll go a 32nd over that. There, I've got my part. Okay, so I can do that. And then my trick will be to make my other piece with little flanges, with little holes, so that it'll just sit right down on top of it. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about there. So I'm going to save this one, file, save as, and I'll put it somewhere. We'll call it a chair with bolts. This will be my left leg. And if I want to just quickly copy that to make a right leg, I'll have to save it as right leg. And probably do a mirror of this flange. Flange with hole. Let's see if I can mirror it. No. You know what? I'm just going to get rid of those and just put it on the other direction. I think that's easier for me than trying to do something fancy. And I'll put my 2 points on there. and I'll add the holes. So there we go. So now I have those two parts. And if I look at how far apart those are, I need to do a quick inspect. 8.407. So I could certainly do a better job of getting a normal number there. That's okay. 8.407. So my last piece is just going to be a regular piece. New part. And I'll make it 12 by 12 just as an example. Come in 0.25. Put a little hole right there. Oh, not yet. Let's make my little surface. And I'll make this out of, come on. There we go. I'll make it out of 1/4 inch, something like that. And now I need to put my holes on here. So that's where my two holes will go. And I can do the same thing over on this side. I hate it when it decides to use its own idea of where perpendicular is. And that's where my holes will go. There we go. And so that's my seat. I'll save that as seat. I'll save as seat. So now I have a seat and a couple of legs. I should be able to make an assembly. I have to place the seat first. I'm going to go see if I can find these things. Chair with bolts. I'll place the seat. And then I'll place the left leg. And I'll hook that up. I'll do a joint. I'll constrain along an axis. I'll hook that one up there to that right there. And should have gone pretty good. It looks like it matched up pretty well. So I'll apply that. And then, of course, if I had a back on this thing, it would all be working together. But I'm just giving you an example. So now I'll place my right leg. And I'll constrain the axis there to be along along that axis. Oh, look at that. There we go. Now I just drop my bolts through. So that's the example. Of course, I didn't measure everything out and make it all right and even everything out. And this would have a back on it, and this would go up and have tabs coming out the back. There's a little bit of work to do there, but not too much. So that is how you do it. I better save this. And there you go.